welcome to my bathroom. No, today I'm working on, I'm doing little odds and end jobs, and this job here, actually no, let me put you over here, so you can see what I'm talking about here. There we go, looky there. So, I was a dumbass whenever I built this, and I wanted to make it so this opens up like this way, instead of the traditional this way. Well, I didn't use these type of hinges like I should have. I used some cheap, tiny hinges, and so they've come apart. And so, I also found out, like, when I'm sitting here, let me show you. When I'm sitting here, and I'm make it to where it's a little bit more PG rating here. Whenever I'm sitting here doing my job, I'm finding out that my left leg likes to push as far as it can that way. And I've measured at my house that my leg, whenever I'm sitting there, I've tried sitting like this, it doesn't work. Whenever I'm sitting here like this leg has to push out, and I go out probably about 1.5 to 2 feet with this one leg. So I have to move this toilet over as far as I can to this wall. Now this wall is actually going to be open. I know it sounds weird, but what I'm going to have is a curtain. I've thought about putting a wall here, but it's too claustrophobic, and I just don't like it. I'm actually thinking about taking this wall here off too, because you just feel too closed in. My shower's huge. Wait till you see that. I don't have any videos, pictures of that, but I'm ready to see. My shower is like a full this build. The shower is massive. It's a 40 inch by 40 inch, I think. It's like, I think it's 40 by 40, I think it is. It's very traditional. Traditional is 36 and then smaller than that is 30, and then you want 28 stuff, which is like 30 size. I need something for my fat ass and for you to wash the dog. You'll put my, if I have a washer on in here, if I'm not a dryer, I'm going to have a hang stuff outside. I mean, outside is like, that's natural, unless you're in the snow, but I'm just going to snow if I am, I mean, I go to the laundromat, no? So, I know it seems like I'm wearing the same shirt over and over. I have 4 t-shirts, and I, 4 of them, and 1 of them is sleeveless, so I have 5 total. I wash them both, and I'm just just not wearing the same day, and actually wash my shirts. So, don't think I'm missing like last 2 Sundays of my same shirt, or like where I have the next day, you see the shirt, because I'm switching out. So, anyways, let me get back to, adding the thing to this show. Or adding the hinge to the toilet. Alright, foist things foist. Gonna move you out. I haven't hooked this up yet because there's a storage bin underneath, directly underneath the this area here, and I have literally that much room to work with underneath there, and I can't get a pipe in between there all the way up and up. So I'm having to go through the storage bin and out, or I run a pipe through here and out, because this is going to be on a sump pump. So once, and that's for the urine. So whenever I have it hooked up and I do my biz, I'm going to have a bottle of water over here. I pump that through, then take the water, spray that, pour that down in there. So I'm using like, what, 8 ounces of water, which is just fine. Pump it again, and it fills it back up, and it drains it all out. And there's a check valve in there, so I don't have to worry about any smell coming back. And then I can take my my lemon water or whatever I want, spray it in there, and I'll be good. So, okay, there. I made this out of like the worst wood you could possibly think of, but it was all that I had at the time. And I don't know, eventually I'll redo it, or I'll buy something better, or I don't know. It's good for me, you know? I'll turn it down so hopefully there's no copyright infringement. But I think I'm going to put that one on first. Oh shit, not like that though. Is that right? I got the second one. Should go like that. I don't know. Let's see if it'll do that. Will it do that? Well, it should, since... Yeah. Yeah. Like that. See? Yeah. Okay, so let's get my screws. Okay, Mr. Waste, you're gonna have to skedaddles out of my butt. Did I get you? I did, but you're still flying. You ass, you got all over my damn... You got all over my weed, you bastard. Sorry, there was a wasp. Now the bus smells like brake cleaner, so now I gotta open up the windows. Yeah! Alright. Okay, back to what I was doing. I need 1 1/4 inch. Of course, it's not gonna fit in there, is it? Well, wow, it is. It is. Well, I'll buy that for $1. And make sure it's not going all the way through. Good. I'd want to sit down and all of a sudden have something poking me in the butt. Wow, look, it works. It works. Now, I know I did this before as a temporary because I didn't have these before, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to put something else in there, and then it started working. I was like, I don't need to change that out, and then it broke. See, these are the dumbass things you don't do. You don't do things like this. You're just giving more work to yourself. Oh, crap. I think that. I forgot. I can't. I gotta cut that top piece off. Last thing I want is something to go bloop. You know, that would kind of suck. So I'm gonna chop it there and use those 3. That'll still work. I hate that is that this camera picks up, it looks like I got like this bulge going here. Alright, let me cut this, be right back. Alright, I got it cut. I gave it a little bit of manicuring, so in case if I ever take it off, I'm not going to slice my hand open. It works! I did something that works! Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to bring this like out here for this to work. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna remove. Oh shit. Probably gonna have to move that fan. Well, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to move the fan. Because right there is about where I'd want it. I know people be like, why is it out so far? And that's because whenever I'm sitting there, see how this leg goes out farther and this one doesn't? I've never noticed it, but I guess I have some sort of weird hip problem because if I've tried to sit like this at the house and it just doesn't work. And once this gets put into place, you can see there's my foot pump. I actually built the unit that's inside there. I actually don't know how much fluid it holds. I'm sure probably 8 ounces, or at least 6 ounces. I would say 6 ounces. If I have to pee more than 6 ounces, then I'm just gonna have to sit there with my heel and... Sounds gross, but if you're gonna live in a tiny home, you gotta know these things. You're not gonna just use the restroom and then all of a sudden assume that it just disappears. It stays with you. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to move this, seal that hole, move it over here. In fact, I'll probably put a board across here where those screws are, just to hold it in place a little bit more and then screw it in. Yeah. I know, it doesn't look all that, but who's gonna see it besides me? So, and maybe a guest if they want to be ballsy enough to open it up. Like whenever I first built it, if you notice this top's super thick, and I didn't realize that I had put a top on top of a top. I thought I was using this one to measure with, and for some reason I stuck them together, and so I just left it alone. I gotta figure out plumbing for that, whether if I'm gonna do it this way or do it this way. If I do it this way, that means it's got to go vertical, which is really no big deal. That means there'll always be something in the line. If I do it underneath, then there's a chance of that rupturing if I use this. This just has water in it where I've been testing it. You can hear it. So, I don't know. I haven't given that area a big thought yet because of this whole ordeals. And I might do a smaller fan too. But yeah, I have the switch, like, see now it's on? Well, you can't see it, but I actually have a switch right here, this red switch here. I did that. That's all for the fan here, because I don't want the fan to run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like, if it's raining all day, every day for 4 days, and I'm trying to save on power, even though that little fan's not going to make that big of a difference, if you're running low on power, every watt counts. And if I don't want that on, or if, let's say, I just emptied and I don't have anything in there that it needs to pull any smells, I don't want the fan on. So I just got to remind myself to turn that off each time. Or turn it on whenever I need to. But I'll have my Alexa with me, so I'll tell her to set a timer for 45 minutes or for an hour, and she'll be able to keep my my times straightened up. Or I'll have a sign, don't forget to turn off the fan, or turn on the, well, you'll know when to turn on the fan. The bottom piece here, I still have to, I have to add the new one, because the one I made, the one I have down there is actually the temporary where I had made it, and this is the new one. It's actually going to go this way, so this lip here is actually underneath, so I don't trip and stub my toe. But yeah, this is the new one. I just haven't put it on there yet, mainly because I want to make sure that this is all in the right spot where it needs to go before I completely screw it down. And I'll tell you, if you're going to work on this, if you're going to work on your toilet area, the only way to know that if it's done right, pull your pants down, sit down on it. Sitting on it with shorts, you can do that all day long. But do that at your house and it feels completely weird. You have to go bare ass on your toilet to find out exactly where you need it to go. Because this was originally mounted all the way against the wall over there, with like this much room to spare. And whenever I went to sit down on it, I was like, oh, this is just fine. Then I went to sit down on it bare ass, and I was like, no, this is completely wrong. So, working on your toilet, sit on it bare ass. Man, there's something about owning legit tools, man. You know, I've wasted probably about, I'd say I've wasted probably about, I don't know, 30 bucks on cheap hole saws. I went and spent $38 on some legit ones and have been flawless. Of course, now that I said something. I got my tools, you bastard. Bow, bow, bow. Ooh, that looks like it'll suck better.
That's what she said.
Like this out, there. Yeah. Unless I'm throwing up, this is about as close as I'm going to get to my toilet. Oh. Yeah, fill it in. Back here. That'll work. Actually, like this. There we go. It's working. You can't see it, but it's working. I could probably open up the vent and you can see up top and see all the bit coming off the top. But yeah, I have another fan I'm going to put in because that one's cracked and it's broken, and that came out of one of my old computers. But yeah, with this closed, oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's why I didn't have it up against the wall. Because of that. Okay. What the hell's that sitting on? Oh. It's sitting on the fan. Well, crap. No pun intended. I ended up extending this wall out, and when I did that, I missed this area here, so I cut some board to fill this area, so whenever I paint it, you won't notice.